everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of Houston is Inspired on Afrovibes TV. I'm your host, Savannah Jones, and I'm here today with special guest star, Britt. Hi, Britt. Welcome to the show today. I'm definitely happy to have you here. So why don't we start by this? Can you introduce yourself to the audience? Kind of let them know who you are a little bit.
Hey, I am Brittany Abigail Juarez, and I am a multi-talented entrepreneur in the city of Houston, Texas.
Awesome. Yeah. So I like the little flair you put on the name, by the way. Like I wish I could do that. But anyway, moving on. How did your story begin? So let's get a little background here. From what I know about Britt, she is a powerhouse of a person. I swear she doesn't sleep. I don't think she does. Because every time I wake up, the first post I see is Smooth Girl Britt. And it's always something cool. It's always some type of event or some type of, she's got the glam on, she's got the banging jewelry, she's got the most sparkly jacket I've ever seen in my life. So, every time I see you, you're out here making moves and you do it under this persona, this name, Smooth Girl Britt. So I want to know, how did you get there? How did you start that whole identity, that Smooth Girl Britt persona?
So Smooth Girl Britt was a nickname given to me by my wrestling teammate, and that happened one time when we were in a tournament and we had to roll out mats, because in tournaments when you're in wrestling, all the schools come together and we have to roll out mats. Like all of the wrestlers have to roll out mats, and pretty much I was rolling out mats, minding my own business, and like every other couple of minutes a guy would come close to me, and I would just ignore them, mind my own business. And then the coach eventually continued to notice that, and I got in trouble, and he was about to make me do push-ups, and my captain, wrestling captain, was like, "Why are you gonna make her do push-ups?" And then he was like, "Because she's flirting with all the guys." And then my captain fended for me, and she was like, "She's not flirting with none of the guys, like they're just coming up to her." And then the lightest weight was like, "She's just so smooth." And then
You got the suave. You got the suave. All right. All right. So I get it. So basically, she's that girl. She's smooth girl. All right. Got it. That's cool. I like that. I never knew where that name came from, but it fits you so well. I just see you as very smooth, very calm under pressure. You've got this person doing this for you. You got that person. You're just a boss. You move quickly. And I noticed too, it's funny is when men are around you, no matter how strong or the man they are, they bow down before Smooth Girl Britt. I do notice that. And so that's really cool. I have to say that's a cool skill to have. I definitely think that you're going to go very far in your life for sure. So you should be proud of that.
Thank you very
So
much.
glad to know we all know where the name comes from now. Make sure you guys follow her on Instagram at Smooth Girl Britt. So go check her out. So let's keep going because I feel like we're cooking. I feel like we're on to something. Okay. So what are your proudest accomplishments and how did it feel to get there? How did it feel to achieve those goals?
So I will list three accomplishments that I'm very proud of. Starting off in high school, whenever I was in my junior year, I saved a life in the emergency room while being in a class called health science, and that was really amazing because I was only 15 years old, and it was very unexpected, but I was trained and taught CPR and stuff like that. So I was in the hospital, and God just used me and I saved a life. So that was one accomplishment. And then my second favorite one was graduating from the University of Texas as a first generation graduate from the College of Business. And then my third one was one that just happened. It was a fashion show that I formed with the help of my family to benefit children in adoption that just happened, called the Celebration of Gratitude. And that was a beautiful accomplishment because it was doing something to serve someone more than just me, but the community and the future generation.
Wow, that's awesome. I remember when that fashion show came through. It was actually a really cool event. So I don't know if, y'all have seen it in the audience. Definitely go check it out, her work. She's done some cool stuff. But that fashion show, I was like, wow, that was a very professionally put together show. And I think that's awesome, considering how young you are and, you're making moves at a young age. You're doing a lot for where you are in life. So I commend you for that. And I didn't know you went to UT.
UTSA.
UTSA. Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't know you went there.
Birds up.
I don't know, girly. I'm a coug. I went to U of H, so I don't know. We can't be friends anymore.
Well, eventually maybe go Cougs because
Oh, really?
be an eye doctor. So that's where the also too, I have a business called I Shoot HTX, but I as an EYE,
Mhm.
because of like the eyeball.
That's cool. So, how did you start that? Like, when did that come to be a thing? Because I remember seeing that, the I Shoot HTX, and it was like a, I guess like a media company of some sort.
Mhm.
How did that start?
So pretty much, I shoot HTX stands for I like eyeball, shoot for video shoot, photo shoot, and HTX for the best city in the world.
Yes, H-Town, hold down. There you go.
And then, so how did it happen was graduating from college. I was going to continue going to college to further my education and become an eye doctor. And I knew that going to optometry school, you cannot, well, I was told you're not supposed to have a job because from 9 to 5, you're in school. And then even on the weekends, you have more classes and more labs and just like a lot of work. So I thought and I thought and I thought, and I was like, what can I do to make revenue while still studying, and like something a little bit like something that's manageable. And so then I got a camera when I graduated from college, and I started taking pictures. After I graduated from college, I went to the president of Houston Millennials, and he told me if I could take pictures at their events, and I started doing that. And then after I did that, everyone started using the pictures that I took of them and posted them as their like profile pictures. And so that's how the brand kind of got out there. But it was awesome because it's something that I really like to do, and it's just I monetize my talent.
Yeah.
Because nobody really taught me how to take pictures, but I just have like, I would say an eye, because I really like making things look like picture perfect, like really pretty. And I won't stop till I get that really good image. Like if the girl is like not sucking it in, but if she was like, get that angle, I would get that angle till I get that angle.
No, I can attest to that. You really have. I remember that from the IEP show that we walked in this fall. You know, you were getting content and you were finding people to make that content. Like, we were just walking around, like, networking with people, and then you would track someone down and be like, hey, you, take our photo. Hey, you, yes, do this. And I was just like, okay, yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? So, that's a really cool skill to have. You know, I definitely see you being a leader in some type of company one day, or definitely a boss. And also, I commend you for also, you know, wanting to go back to school and to be an eye doctor. You know, it's really cool. And I didn't actually know that about you, and I didn't know why you chose that name. So really spot on. Very cool. I might have to forgive you for going to UT. Going on from there, content creating. I know that you have an interest in content creating, and you have, like you said, the eye. That is almost like having like a winner's eye. Like, you know, like, I can line this photo up. Okay, this photo is going to get engagement. And then that photo is going to lead me to here and then lead to there. And so you don't just look at a photo and say, like, oh, cute pic, you know, go drink some coffee, take a photo. You don't view it that way. Every photo to you has meaning behind it, and it's going to get you to the next big thing and the next big thing. So for content creating, is that something you're passionate about, and why? And, you know, where do you want to go with that?
So content creation for me is a passion. It's like I always told myself that I want to do the media stuff for fun. If it's not fun, then I don't really want to do it because I don't want to feel like it's work, and then it would be like a drag. So I go to like these events because I find them fun, and then I get to collect the memories. And then from there, I get to show the world like what they missed. And also, too, I do like editing because I feel like it's art. Like I feel like I'm kind of like making something happen, like a design. And also, what was the other question?
I was just asking where you're gonna go with it. Like, what are your future, like, thoughts about, like, I would love to get a lot of followers, or I would love to, you know, be a brand marketer for some type of company. Is there anything you want to do with content creating, or is it just like a hobby? Is it just a passion for you?
So with content creation, it is just a hobby right now, but a dream of mine with filming and like all this editing is eventually I would want to make a movie. Like I would want to film a movie.
That's cool. I didn't know that either. You know, actually, I thought it would be really hard to get into the film industry. I thought it'd be hard to like get into the movie industry, and not for people like you, if that makes sense. Because I actually was in a movie. I was in like a like kind of a sizzle stage where we were trying to get, you know, investor money, and we were putting together this film, and it was a really fun experience. You know, we got to film at the beach in Miami, and it was just like I could see you being into that kind of stuff. And all I did to get into that was just be good at talking to people, if that makes sense. Be good at talking to people, put yourself around other people, because we were talking about this earlier, but your friends, they're a reflection of who you are. Your community around you is a reflection of who you are. And so when you network with those people, when you become social, you can land a film role. I joke around and I say that I landed a film role before I got my first real boyfriend. So, you never really know like what you're going to run into when you get networking. So, I think that's something you're really good at. Is there any networking events that you have coming up that maybe will help you get there?
So in March 16th, there is an event for empowered women. It's called Bosses in Heels, and it will be located at Fancy's. Then the next event after that is going to be a Brand Revolution Summit that I'm hosting on April 17th and the 18th for entrepreneurs, models, business owners, and investors. If you would like to come, you're more than welcome to come. But yeah, I think that networking is very important because like when you go to a networking event, you don't have to go to that networking event, but you go there and you get the opportunity to meet someone that can take you to the next level or meet someone that can help you create something super powerful, for the community and make a difference because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's an awesome goal to have. So, networking is definitely a strong suit for you. Working with people, definitely a strong suit. And I think just being an overall fashionista, you're eye-catching. When you walk into a room, people usually won't forget who you are. And I mean, obviously, we can tell. I mean, your nails, awesome. Your jacket, awesome. Where did you get that jacket, by the
So
way?
this jacket, I got it from the Houston Rodeo.
Oh, that's such good timing, because the rodeo is going on right now. And, I definitely think that you have a little bit of that Houston flair to you where you're very connected to the city. Like you're very connected to the culture here and to the roots. Have you been like going to the rodeo this year? Are you like into that kind of stuff? Like,
So I did go to the rodeo. It was really cool. I love the rodeo for the turkey legs, but this time in the rodeo, I tried the turkey leg. I don't think it was that good. Sorry, rodeo.
turkey leg.
But
Oh,
I think I'm
no.
gonna try a brisket sandwich next time. And the lemonade was good, but just I don't know, the turkey leg just kind of let me down this year. It was a little dry. It was
Dry turkey leg. Oh my gosh, what's happening to the rodeo? All of Texas just cringed on that one. Okay, so hold on. Did you try the food that comes on a stick?
no, but also too I want to try that one. I saw sausage and it was a long sausage. It was just like they put it in a bun for the lady beside me, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna try that one next. Or the brisket sandwich, but I can't do the turkey leg anymore. That's what I mainly went for, but it wasn't it.
Oh, I was gonna go for the turkey leg this year. You're kidding me. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to try that brisket sandwich. And I'll tell you what will not let you down from the rodeo. Fried Oreos will never let you down.
I tried that.
I have yet to have a bad fried Oreo. So if you're going to the rodeo and you've never been to Texas before, try a fried Oreo. I can attest to it. It's pretty good. Is it healthy for you? No, not at all. But we both model and we both like fried Oreos. So it's okay. Eat a fried Oreo. It's fine. Right? We endorse the fried Oreo. Okay. So continuing on from there, actually, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to stop for a commercial break. We'll be back soon. Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off. So, where we left off, we were talking about your journey with content creating. We were talking about how, you have a very strong presence, that you're a very strong woman. And I think that's really cool for little girls that may be watching this or people that, know you but want to know more about you, them watching it and being like, wow, these are really cool things I didn't know before. So, picking up with that, what is something that inspires you the most? What is something that really inspires you every day?
I would say the city of Houston inspires me to do better and create more so that we can lead the city of Houston to greatness.
Okay, cool. So do you think like with the city of Houston, is it something about it being the land of opportunity, having so much opportunity in like the entertainment world and the fashion world? Because we are growing, I don't believe people know Houston as like a fashion city in the same way that they know New York or LA or Miami, but we are getting on the map. We're starting to grow a lot. I'm noticing more and more shows every year, more events every year, and a lot of those reasons are because of women like you. So women like you that have taken the leadership roles in the fashion world and entertainment world. Speaking of that, I do have a question. So I know that you've been really in this entertainment industry and you've done music videos and you've worked with a lot of really cool people. And so I was wondering, what is the craziest moment that you've had with a famous person, with a celebrity?
So, not too long ago, I was in a music video, and I do remember that it was very different. We were on set, and all of a sudden, this celebrity comes in because he's like the featured on the song, and he comes in and he's like all masked. He looks like Kanye, and like literally, like he has sunglasses over the ski mask. Like it's
So he
like
was really concealed, like covered up. Okay, cool. Did that like intimidate you when you walked in, or like?
kinda. I was just like, who is this? Like I was just it shocked me because I was like, how are you gonna come on set and be covered up? Because it's like when you're on set, you want to show who you are, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
And I just remember on top of the ski mask, it had like a finger like this and then deep behind it. So it meant like one deep. And then, so I saw him, but I didn't think much of it. I just kind of like saw it and I was just like, okay. And then I was just focused on myself. And then all of a sudden he's sitting next to me and it's zero. And I was just like, okay, that's different. And I just thought that was kind of crazy because for sure that's like a persona and like maybe like what he does, but something different, something crazy.
No, it's definitely interesting. So, through the entertainment industry, you have, like you said, you've worked with really cool people and you've had some interesting experiences. Do you have any advice for other people that are in the entertainment industry that want to stay strong and have boundaries and have self-respect? Because I know you've shared with me in the past about you having experiences in the entertainment industry. What advice do you have for other people in that industry?
So, if you want to set boundaries for yourself on set or wherever you're at with whatever you're doing in the entertainment industry, I would for sure say use your voice and speak up because your voice does matter. It does, just like hers, just like mine, just like yours. It matters. And just speak up because if you don't speak up, then no one's going to know that you don't want to do that, or no one's going to know that that's not okay with you or that you're not comfortable with that. So, for sure, speak up, obviously politely, obviously professionally, but just for sure speak up.
Absolutely. And I definitely appreciate you saying that, as I've had other models on this show and, I myself also model and I've had my own share of bad experiences with photographers or, people that I've worked with that maybe were a bit pushy of my boundaries or maybe, wanted more than what I was willing to give. And so I appreciate you warning people and telling them like, hey, like have your boundaries, be strong, don't give in just because you have someone that's pushy that you work with, and be true to yourself. And I think that's a big thing for you.
And even if like you're like scared, like even if you're like, no, I don't want to say that because then they're gonna kick me off the scene or they're gonna kick me off the set, or you're just scared for whatever reason, still kind of say it. You have to say it. You have to say it. You have to
Yeah.
say it. I just really feel like you should speak up for yourself because if you don't, then who will?
Yeah. I notice when I'm talking to you is I'm listening to you answer these questions and you're answering them perfectly. They're to the point and all that. But I sense this like deeper strength that you have and this very strong resolve in being true to yourself, being true to your goals, never giving up on things. And I wonder where some of that came from. What motivates you to not give up?
What motivates me to not give up is my future generations because when I grow up and I have my children, I want them to be like, that's my mom. Like, she did all of this. And not just that, but also to like, for sure, my future generations, but also the world. Like I said, the city of Houston. Like, yesterday or not too long ago, I was in a car accident and I did not die. So, someone
Thank God for that.
like I know that I have a purpose and I won't die until that purpose is like fulfilled. So I'm just continuing to live my life, like a purpose driven life, but until the purpose is complete, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say going off of purpose? Because I think that's a wonderful thing to talk about. What would you say your purpose is? Like you're talking about accomplishment, you're talking about fulfillment, but what is that end goal for you? Is it happiness? Is it perfection? Is it to be someone? Like you keep saying Houston inspires you and Houston is what motivates you to continue. Do you want to be someone? Is that why that you won't give up? Is that the reason?
So I do want to be someone, but I believe that everyone can be someone as well. I believe that my purpose in this world is to help others. That's why I want to be an eye doctor, to help others, but not in such a drastic way. Because, like I said, I did save a life, and that was a little bit drastic for me. And
Bet.
so I want to help others, like through their eyesight. That's one of the main senses, like
Yeah.
your sight, your hearing, and stuff like that. But for sure, helping others. That's why I do the events. That's why we do the fashion shows. Because also too, I feel like fashion is a form of therapy.
Yeah.
Because it's like art, and same with the content creation. It's like you're expressing yourself. You're helping others. With their business growing, marketing.
So, and anyone, like you mentioned Kanye earlier, right? And, anyone that is high profile, that is a creative, that is an artist in some way, or makes waves in the world, they deal with a lot of naysayers. They deal with a lot of haters, would you say? And, or negativity that, tries to feed off their energy. How do you navigate that? Like, how do you deal with the haters? How do you deal with negativity or obstacles? Basically, what do you do when that happens?
So to begin, I wish all my ojos the best. So pretty much, I don't know if you know, but in Spanish, ojos is like eye, and
Mhm.
then in the Turkish culture, evil eye, it's like it's that one blue circle that has like the white circle and the
Yeah.
black circle. So that in their culture, it absorbs negative, like somebody being envious of you and stuff like that. So as I said, I wish all my ojos the best, because even if you are envious of me, like I will still like wish you love. Like that's cool, but like I will only give love, because my mom taught me like you give what you have in your heart, and I have love in my heart, so I'm gonna give that. But the haters and stuff like that, I'll just pray for them, or like like wish you heal from whatever it is that why ever you're hating me for whatever it is. But like, because I know that like sometimes when people like hate or they just don't like what they see, it's like they're projecting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That is. And, haters love to look at the shiny, happy person in front of them and be like, I want to bring them down so that they're on my level. So I really like how you said that of like, even if I have a hater, I'm going to wish them love anyway, because obviously in your mind, someone that's a hater is someone that is struggling, like somebody that's insecure themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so they latch onto you because you're very self-assured. You're very, secure in yourself and in what you want to accomplish in life and your purpose. And a lot of haters, as you can see, they don't have purpose, and their purpose is just dragging down others. And so I like how you navigate that. That is a very good answer to give, because I know some people that'll get on this camera and be like, my haters can eat dirt, so like you being like, you know what, my haters, like I wish you love, I think that's very like calming of you. I definitely am inspired by that, to be honest.
And there's also this other quote that I like to say, haters are my motivators.
I need that on a t-shirt. You gonna design that for me?
Yes.
Awesome. Yep. Haters are my motivators. That's a good little quote. I like that. Needs to be on a hat or a shirt. And like you said about like earlier, we were talking like I think in the bathroom, and you were like, I monetize my talents. And I know that's a funny thing to talk about in a bathroom, but I mean, you are like that. You'll monetize things that I didn't even think you could monetize. And you're really business savvy about that. And part of that could be your degree, and what you're educated in, but a lot of that is also your talent. Like you're born with God-given talent to be a businesswoman. And so, for instance, let me rephrase this. What would you like to go into as far as business? Like, do you want to be a leader of a company? And I know like the eye doctor thing as well. Do you want to have your own practice, or is business for you just something that comes naturally and it's just like it just flows, or do you have like a clear business goal?
So right now I'm actually working on my business plan, because so like one of the characteristics of myself is ideation. So I have like always in my brain there's like a bunch of ideas, but I need to like kind of like focus and like move forward with at least one.
Organizing.
Because in the beginning I said I'm a multi-talented entrepreneur, which I am, but like with that, like it could go into like serial entrepreneurship. So like many things, like you said, if I wanted my own practice, which I do, but I also like I envision myself in the future with like a building and like a team, and me leading that team to success, and having like frequent team meetings, because in
Yeah.
college there was like business ethics and stuff like that, and I feel like inclusivity is key, because in college I was also the president of the Professional Businesswomen Society.
Cool. Okay. All right.
Where
I'm a fan, girl. All right. Can I get your autograph?
where I led like 80 girls, and there I did learn so much the importance of inclusivity. Like the quiet girls in the back, like those are the ones I love to talk to, because those are the ones like they're quiet, you know, but it's like they just got to break them out of their shell, but they have a lot in their head. They have a lot in their brain. They're just kind of timid, but everyone matters. And yeah, that's what I would say, like for sure.
I want to ask about your mention of inclusivity because I think that you're definitely like you're someone that represents that a lot. And I wanted to ask because I know that you have a very unique cultural background. Is that something that makes you more passionate about inclusivity? Having like a multicultural background, is that something that is like, you know what, because I come from that, I want to make others feel welcome as well. I want to make others feel represented. Is that something that you're into?
Yeah, for sure. Like my culture is pretty rare. I haven't really met anyone else that's Japanese and Mexican, known as Japamix. But so that's why I pretty much, that's also one of my motivations, like why I do what I do, because I want to put like my culture, which like I said, it's kind of rare, on the map. You know, like I have not heard of anyone else that's like both nationalities. But so I want to do that for my people. And also that is one of the reasons too why I love inclusivity, but also just because like I see everyone like as a soul. Like you cannot like hide someone just because you don't like their hair, you don't like their color, you don't like what they're saying. Even the ones that you don't like what they're saying, you have to include them just because they give you a different point of view. It's like another brain, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I definitely like that answer. That's awesome. And I appreciate you for sharing your culture because you never know. I mean, this show is broadcast to millions of people around the world. You never know who is seeing this and is like, me too. Oh my gosh, like I'm that too. You know, and may feel like they finally see some representation. So I'm definitely happy for you and I'm happy to see where that's going to take you and, you know, in your future progress. Is there anything else you would like to share with the audience to close out for the day?
I would say keep being you, stay authentic, and stay blessed.
Yes, stay blessed, stay true to yourself. Thank you guys so much for another wonderful episode, and we'll see you next.